Hey Decide Destiny crew, Carl Spirides here. Thanks for joining me for another Decide Destiny daily dose. Decide to create your greatest vision board yet. This is my vision board that I have created over the last, it actually did take me a couple days to be honest, but I'm stoked with it. I really am. And I've created a vision board before. You can kind of see in the corner down there's another vision board. But this one took a lot of time, and every single photo on there earned its right to be on my vision board. And reasons for doing a vision board and spending so much time and spending days, people are going to ask, oh, that wasn't productive use of your time, you got to run your business, you got to do this, you got to do your personal growth, all these different sort of things. I was able to do all those things, but yes, I did have to dedicate and sacrifice a bit of time, a couple of nights, a couple of early mornings, weekends, just to make sure I could get this done. And I know we're in the second week of 2022, but to have this done is not just for this year, it's going to be for the following years. So, there's things on here that I want to achieve for the rest of my life. There's things that I want to achieve, this year, there's things I want to achieve next year. Getting the book published, getting that sorted, definitely, and on that's more of a this year sort of target. But on that, what happens when you create a vision board is, I was looking out the window and seeing a truck drive past, and I saw two trucks, one going straight, one turning left. Just had the insane thought, people would label it insane, but had the thought, which that's how everything happens. It's a thought, it's something invisible. An architecture has a thought of a house that he wants to design. He creates something from his imagination, from nothing, and creates this magnificent, house, magnificent place where people can share the rest of the memories for the rest of their lives. I was looking at these two trucks, one going up the hill, one going straight. I just had this thought, that my books, my programs, my products, my statement, my positivity that I'm pouring into the world, the things that are coming from my heart were in those trucks and I was traveling through. So this is what a vision board can really do for you. It can have you look at the world around you in a different way, in a different light. And things get cloudy, your future gets cloudy, things get, disrupted. Some talking head says something stupid in front of a press conference. All this sort of stuff, all this carry on happens. Do you know what I'm saying? So to have clarity, to have conviction of where you're going, and to have that, for me, I'm a photographer, so to have that in a visual form is really, really important. To be able to see it, I do affirmations, do many different sort of things, but be able to visually see where you're going, what you want, who are you becoming, is something that's so powerful. To have that deep within your subconscious, because we look at a lot of the decisions we make or a lot of the thoughts we make, they're usually carried over from the day before. So these sort of activities go deeper into your subconscious. They go deeper into your being, I believe, into your heart, into your soul. So when you're sleeping, what are think about things like, last night I was watching, someone sent me I watched a video, and someone also sent me a invite for their birthday. So I clicked attend in, watched the video. Those two things showed up in my dream. Do you know what I'm saying? So whatever we do, whatever content we allow, and a lot of the times, a lot of the content that 24/7 that has been jammed down our throats, fear porn and all sorts of terrible crap, is really not in the benefit of where we're wanting to go. It's not really conducive to the beautiful life that we want to create. So you get a chance to change that content, to change what you're allowing into your consciousness, into your subconscious, what you're allowing into your heart and soul, what you're allowing to experience. So that's where the vision board is really important. It's not just, okay, I print it out, look at it, it's up on a board, yay, haha, cool, oh, this is wild. No, it's actually reprogramming your mind. It's actually pulling your future toward your present because you're aware of this, your clarity. Your clarity is something that's so important. Today's distractible, concoction of content bombardment. Having that clarity is something that's so important. So getting your vision board game on is really, really powerful. And look, you can change things. I can change a page out of here. I can do different things, but getting it sorted on what I want it to do and who I want it to become, who I want to become and continue to become is really, really inspiring. And you don't have to just have it for the year. You can have this for, if you haven't achieved things, you can have it for multiple years. Some of these photos I took myself. Some of these photos, one or two of them are of myself. So the book cover, I want to get that book out about my story, about how I healed my heart naturally, about how I overcame a lot of difficult things in my life, and then I went out and decided my destiny. So that's really important. And then like me socializing, because I probably do lots of work and maybe don't go out and socialize and connect the community and people as much. So a photo of me socializing, that gets me programming my brain to be aware and do that and find opportunities to do that. And then there's photos of my grandparents, two lovely people. They raised me, and in their, I think, 66 years of marriage, and that was just that was, I think, 4 months before my grandfather passed away. And you can see the happiness, having that happiness all the way through. So many relationships turn bitter. So much of life turns sour, and we kind of retreat, we forfeit, and we quit in a lot of aspects in life. We go, okay, I want to have my game down in my spiritual life, in my financial life, in my social life, in my relationships, but then we go, for some reason I can't create the time, the energy, the commitment, the conviction to be across all those parts of my life. And then what happens? We quit one of those parts, and then our whole life turns sour. So this is where the vision board can be really good, because this is covering your whole life. This is everything that I want to cover, from fitness, from my attitude, from my mentality, having that Muhammad Ali mentality, that Muhammad Ali spirit, believing I'm the greatest, and going out there and showing the world that I'm the greatest in whatever you're doing. So, whether I do some of these things or purchase some of these things or not, it's just wild to think about and go, wow, this is getting me out of my current state of thinking. This is getting me out of my this is what I do in my day. This is what my limitations are. This is what some talking heads said. This is how they've confined me more. No, this is getting me out of that mindset. It's getting me to think out of that. And remembering, some of this is historical, remembering some moments in history and reflecting and realizing people overcame. So you too can overcome. So that's the vision board, guys. That's something that I would really, really highly suggest you get on board with. Maybe you have a vision board. I already had one, but it needed updating, serious commitments, and pouring all that energy in. Actually, I'm looking at it every single day. I'm actually, when I'm working out at home, I'm looking at it, I'm observing it, looking at the pictures, remembering, that's why I put that there, yes, and those sorts of things. And like I said, going out into the world, looking at trucks, looking at different things in my world, and now I'm changing the dialogue that I'm having, I'm changing the connection that I'm having with those that truck. What's that truck got? It doesn't have all my products in it yet, but that's the vision. Do you know what I'm saying? So really get clear on your vision, get clear on your mission, get that clarity in, and I wish you well creating your own vision board. You can start small, like I said, start on a small one, and you can get to something a bit bigger. And yeah, look, at the end of the day, also find out what works for you. You might be more of a kinesthetic learner, auditory learner, and we are parts of all of the above. I just know that I'm very visual. I need to see something. I need to see something in reality. I'm happy to go out and try, and if it doesn't work out, then learn and evolve from it. So really work out how you take information in, how you excel. For me, visual is a big part. Photographer, what I do, it's a big part of that. So anyway, guys, there's the vision board. I'll pop a photo up of the vision board as well, and got to find a long-term place for that. But that's it there. And I get to look at that beauty, that artwork, a piece of art every single day. Please leave in the comments down below if you've done a vision board before, some other things that you use to get your subconscious on game, on the same path as your consciousness, some of the things that you use in the arsenal of what you're trying to succeed in your life, where you're trying to go. If we don't like the environment we're living in, if we don't like the situation, then one of the greatest things we can do is to go on the offense and change it. We can change it, okay? We can change it. We can have an effect. We can have an influence. If you don't know that, then you need to go and do your research. You need to go and educate yourself. You need to go and have a look at history. We can influence. Those two elderly people, My grandparents influenced the heck out of my life. So you too can influence someone positively right now once this video is done. All right? Hope you enjoyed that. Share it around for anyone else you think this might help. Subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these videos. Hit the notification button, bell, ding ding, if you want to be updated every time there is another daily dose. That's today's daily dose, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And remember, as always, decide your destiny.